Have will I say a podcast on Spotify. I dropped it on my community. It's called Conversations with Asma'u. So on that podcast, I was doing some research on a particular topic and I found out a whole lot. Now, after dropping the podcast on my podcast channel, I decided to bring it on here YouTube because to me it's a whole lot. I learned and I hope that I would come and share with my community here as well. And what is the topic, as you can see, is bowing to societal pressure. Also can also be referred to as societal norms. Yeah. Now it started from peer pressure, where we start talking about teenagers, peer pressure, joining bad groups. I remember talking to a friend once some few weeks ago, and this friend was telling me something about from the age of 17 to 24, it determines your future. And that's very true. Now that is based on peer pressure. Now, after peer pressure, proper adulthood, there are so many things which we classify it under societal norm. So let's say the peer pressure from teenage years transitions into adulthood, and it is the societal norm or societal pressure. I would prefer societal pressure because it makes sense. It mirrors peer pressure, isn't it, from the teenage angle? But that's, by the way, a lot of expectations in our society. And you know what's worst? Social media. It's almost like there's no secret anymore. It's almost like everything now comes on social media. Even Family Feud now comes on social media to get settled. So many secrets that are supposed to be in the house is now outside on the streets of social media, where everybody, family, friends, strangers, everybody can see and decide to engage if they choose to engage as well. With so many expectations in our society and it's staring us in the face, it's not easy. It's not easy, and societal pressure could lead to a whole lot. And some of the things that societal pressure could lead to is anxiety. Societal pressure could lead one into so much anxiety. Like, even though societal pressure, there are times that when I have a lot of pressure around me, like will I say internal pressure, trying to balance work and social media and friendships, and it can bring a little bit of PTSD vibe in me, honestly. And you know, when that becomes too much, it becomes an anxiety issue. God forbid it doesn't get into depression. Well, it depends on the level of the societal pressure. In some cases, can also lead into depression. That's a whole lot, if you ask me. Who is listening? Yeah, eating disorders, another thing. You see, I remember some few weeks ago I had issues with a friend. I could not eat, like no carbs. I could not eat, for real, for real. I couldn't eat. Like, so it could be the opposite for other people. Some people will eat and overeat, which will lead to overfeeding and can lead to overweight, which will make them more frustrated. All those things are connected, aren't they? Ha. Then it could also lead to substance abuse. Do I need to say it loudly for those at the back? Substance abuse. Look, it starts like, okay, how am I going to drown in this sorrow? How am I going to drown in this pain? And what are even this pain and these sorrows that can even lead to substance abuse? It's even annoying when you get to see most of this societal pressure is more on materialistic expectations. I'm a Muslim and I'll talk according to my faith. There are certain things that the Quran has stated clearly to us. Not everyone will grow old. Some will die at a young age. Not everyone will be born. Some will die from their mother's stomach. Not everyone will be rich. Some will be poor. Not everyone will be masters. Some will be servants. Some will be slaves. Not everyone will marry. Some will be single all their life. Not everyone will have children, and that is why, hence, this popular the popular saying on the popular religious saying where they said God proposes, man opposes, or the opposite. Man opposes. You understand? God opposes and man proposes. So it's the will of the Lord. Yes, in as much as destiny, it's individual race, right? Some destinies could actually be changed. Don't get it twisted. That is on a deeper level, still deeper religious level that I don't want to talk about. This is not a religious channel. I was only making references. And this societal pressure, back to societal pressure, also known, let's say in some cases, or depending on the situation it fits in, as societal norm. What are some of those things? It is conforms gender rules. Like, I just digressed a little bit talking about the religious aspects, where a young lady grows to a particular age and the next question is, when I getting married? When I getting married? When I getting married? A young man reaches a particular age. You don't have a car yet. You don't have a house yet. You've not married yet. You don't have a family. That's societal pressure. What if it is not in that person's line of life, like lifetime? It can lead to a lot of, because what will not happen will not happen. What will be will be. That's the truth. And another thing again is certain level of success. Like I sort of spoke about the male aspect, where even the female aspect these days, because women are doing great things. At my age, I know women that, in fact, younger than me, I know women that are super achievers. I look up to them, super duper achievers, but then that's their own destiny, or rather that is their own benefit, earthly benefit. Let me still add, because like I said, all of this societal pressure and societal norms, I don't even know why none of them are even related to spiritual race or spiritual journey or spiritual success. It's always a physical. Because when I was going through all of the, the research papers, it was more of physical article. I mean, not research article. It was more of, I was looking for the one that will trigger me, like, trigger the emotional side of me to want to do more. But almost everything, it is all in the world, it's all of the things of the world, certain level of success, pressure to look a certain way. That I think is a topic we should talk about separately. That's beauty standard. I have something I spoke about beauty standard on my other channel. If you know, I'll try and share it in my community. All the ladies these days, they look alike. How many of you have gone on social media, especially TikTok or even Instagram models? How many of you have noticed that most everybody look alike? The same fillers, the same body, BBL listings, eyelashes, micro blading, virtually everybody looks alike now, and probably the reason why it's easy for men to cheat these days, because all the women looks like your wives. They look like, I'm just joking, please don't get it twisted. Just a little sarcasm here. Certain career paths. You're not a doctor. You're just a lawyer. Like, I don't understand. You're not an engineer. You're just an office secretary. Why are you expecting this much from me? Your dad was a professional what would I say? Professional, what's I don't know which, any professional, and you're not there. You're doing, what did you say you're doing? Like, some aunties and uncles can be so wild like that, or they can be so condescending like that they can easily put depression inside your head. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Drop in the comment section what you think about this topic that I'm talking about. Like, it was a whole lot when I was going through the article, and I'm like, you know what, this is a YouTube content, so participation also in certain activities. That one is there. You're seated here, you did not go for so person's coronation ceremony, you did not go for this. Like, I don't want to be there. Like, personally, I'm this kind of person. Like, I won't say I'm an introvert. Sometimes I could be a social butterfly. I love parties too. I like one bear and all of that. But there are certain times that I want to be on my own. I want to keep to myself. I just want to avoid certain spaces. Probably at some point I even thought that was I getting older, and probably I'm trying to discard some of all these social gatherings, or all of this, some of this noise. I started thinking, I'm like, okay, Asma, are you getting older or something? But I just realized that, is it worth it? Plus the fact that the economy is not smiling at any of us. And let me take note too. Let me just add this one again briefly here. This is the end of the year. These are ember months. A lot of sales are out there. Think of the buy you buy. January is coming, and January is one of the toughest time of the year. This period of sales, especially we women, we go out of our way. This thing is cheap, but we like cheap things. Oh my god, the moment there's a sale, I'm not saying you shouldn't go on sale, you shouldn't go and buy things from sales, and there are some things you would need. Like, personally, I won't even lie to you, there are some things that I don't buy, I wait until it's on sales. Like this, whatever they call it, Black Friday or whatever is coming. There are some things I personally do not buy. I wait. When I see the price, I'm like, I'll wait, Joe. I know it will come down, and I'll wait as long as it's not a necessity, as long as it's not an emergency, it's not a need, it's just a want. Do you understand? So I'm just giving, that one is just a digressive, unsolicited advice. Ember months, be careful the way you spend. January is on the way. So that is it here. Participation in certain activities was the last thing I spoke about, and it is what it is. I hope this video meets all of you in the best of health. I just decided to share my community people, my lovable people, and hope to see you in another video soon. Peace out. I love you.